Is tax return leaks. So Donald Trump's returns over the past days or two, that has been a very, this report from New York Times has made a big headlines in the news. This is some money. The Times, they published a report on more than 2 decades of Donald Trump's tax return data, and even information from 2017 and 18, and his years and his first 2 years in the office. Um, so according to that data, that some of the information in the data undercuts Donald Trump's claims of having flourishing and prosperous business empire, a wealthy empire, and that it shows a different side of what Donald Trump has said, uh, that he has lost a lot of money in many years, and he did receive $72 million or more, and that and that in 2016 he only paid like $750 in federal income tax, and in 2017 he paid 750. This is like, I mean, I pay more than that in 1 year in taxes. uh, no, I mean, I don't know, this is like really weird. uh, hmm. This is it's really convenient when these things happen right before an election or a debate. All of a sudden they have mysterious evidence, things like that appears at the doorstep. It feels like one of that episode of Prison Break, where Lincoln Burrows, he was going to be executed. Right, like in that hour, the judge mysteriously he sits in his office, and somebody walks to, someone at later episodes is turned out it was Lincoln Burrows' father who abandoned their kids when they were when they were children. So his father, Lincoln Burrows' father, appeared at the doorstep and left something on the judge's door. And the judge opened the envelope. It turned out there was some evidence regarding this mysterious cabal, this company they refer to all the time in Prison Break. And the judge calls the president, and he stops the execution from happening. So it's like this feel like one of the things, like it's really mysterious that this happens right before a debate, like 27th of this September, and the debate is like 3 days later. Somebody must have thought, okay, I want to spice this debate up a little bit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send some documents, because apparently this is a leak. If this information is true, then this is a very serious leak. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. I don't like Donald Trump, so of course this is really bad. But at the same time, if you're working at the office, if you're working for IRS, or if you're working for a government agency, and then you have a leak like this, then it is very serious, and this is uh, illegal. You're not supposed to do that. I mean, if somebody, like seriously, if somebody went after my tax, sent newspapers things that are illegal to obtain, then that's a crime. I mean, if I would invade somebody's privacy, there are some certain, this is some sort of a crime that has been committed right here. And um, so there are some really fascinating things on this document. Um, that Donald Trump have audited, and he was audited, and he was going to pay over 100 million, including interest that he was owed. But what was it? I lost where I was. Let's go to somewhere else. Hmm. So this is all the way back to when he was in the Apprentice. Um, According to this document, he was actually losing his golf resort, his Trump International Hotel in D.C. in Washington D.C. And he was, man, this guy was losing money all this time. I really thought he. So this is really interesting. Hmm. This is a lot of serious accusation. I mean, a lot of serious threats that could be seen as threats to Donald Trump's character and his re-election. But at the same time, where did this information came from? I mean, you gotta wonder. This is if this was like 2 years ago, then But this came like right before a presidential election debate, and right when it is like a little bit more than a month left for the election day, and then you have this showing up at your doorstep, the envelope under the door, just like Prison Break. And Donald Trump, of course, he dismissed this report, and he denied it and had justifications for those things that were mentioned in the report. Um, I mean, of course, he's right, but when calling it the bad intent of the reporting, um, yes, their intention was to hurt your character and to hurt your chance of running, becoming the second term president, uh, but still troubling when to think about it. What if this is true? What if this has happened? But at the same time, it's curious. And Pelosi, she responded by saying that Trump's indebtedness raises national security concerns since it represents over 400 million in leverage that somebody has over the president of the United States, and it's not known to whom the debt is owed. This is mm, and one of the things that this data did is that it didn't show any connection between Donald Trump or the Russians. So that can be seen as a good thing, but at the same time, it's let's see how this story will develop. We still are hours away from the presidential debate, the first debate, and let's see how it's going to, you know, how it's gonna go with the both candidates.